Hello and welcome to Community Link. My name is Christian Hoffman. I'm the Vice President for Public Relations and Development at Community Missions. And Community Link here is Community Missions' opportunity to talk to you, all of Niagara County, a little bit about what it is that Community Missions does, the services that we provide to Niagara County, and how you out there might be able to help us to be able to do just that. So we have a few different items to catch you up on from previous months and to let you know kind of what's going on over this next month as we're right in the middle of the summertime. So a lot of different things to try to get people together going on. The first one coming up is Wednesday, July 26th. It's called Project Connect Niagara. So we've talked about this several times over the years on LCTV with different programs and such. So the idea of it is it's a one-day, one-stop event that is held at Heart, Love, and Soul Dining Room and Food Pantry in downtown Niagara Falls. So on that day, Wednesday, July 26th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to have a whole bunch of services there that absolutely anybody can come and take advantage of. So Community Missions will be there. We will be one of about 25 different service providers that will be offering our services for anybody that might need assistance, as you all have probably learned with us, for homelessness or food insecurity, or if there's a juvenile justice issue that we might be able to help out with, or if somebody needs furniture or clothes or anything like that, we'll be there offering that kind of information. There will be Catholic Health. Mount St. Mary's will be there offering health services, some different screenings and connections to appointments if anybody has kind of a bigger need than what we might be able to serve that day. Lunch will be provided as well as fresh produce. So if you're there, you can stop by and take home some good-looking produce from our local markets, local farms that we have all throughout Niagara County. And then one of the most fun things that everyone looks forward to every year is the tent outside from Go Bike Buffalo. And so that's an opportunity to bring your bike to get serviced for free that day. And so lots of opportunities there. They have a few different people that are there working on bikes. So they're repairing flat tires, they're working on chains, greasing up the gears and stuff. So just a great opportunity to just get a lot of different things done. If you have maybe forms that you're not sure what to do, how to fill it out, what this question is asking exactly, there will be people there to help out with those kinds of items as well. So again, Wednesday, July 26th, Project Connect Niagara. You can go to Community Missions Facebook page and we'll have some information on there about Project Connect that's coming up at Heart, Love, and Soul on the 26th. Also, we've been talking about our Par for a Mission Golf Classic Tournament. That's a fundraiser for Community Missions. This will be our 22nd annual golf tournament that we'll hold. This year it's going to be on Monday, July 31st at Niagara Frontier Golf Club. So we hope that you've registered for us, with us to join us on that day. But if you're still interested in sponsoring or supporting the event in some way, we would ask that you call that number that we have across the bottom of the screen, 716-285-3403. You can ask for myself, Christian, and we'll be glad to take some information and try to see what the best fit might be for you to take advantage of an opportunity to show how much you support Community Missions and those that we serve. One other fun kind of item, a couple of months ago we talked to Pastor Mark and Carla Laborchek from the Niagara Visions PROS office, talking about our gardening program, our Gardens of Compassion. Well, things are looking great there. We've got some pictures of how things are progressing there. Some eggplants that are already bearing fruit. That's exciting for this early in the year. And so we're going to do a fun little event on the 16th of August. It's going to be a concert there out at the Gardens, which is at St. James United Methodist Church. For those of you in Niagara Falls that aren't familiar, that is the church right outside of Niagara Falls High School. That's where we have our Gardens of Compassion program. So that evening, about 6 o'clock, I believe maybe 6:30 actually, we'll be hosting a concert there and an opportunity to say thank you to all of those that take part in community gardening all throughout the community. So what we're calling our Gratitude for Gardeners night. If you're at all interested in coming out and supporting that, maybe you have a green thumb or maybe you wish you had one, come out on August 16th to St. James United Methodist Church and just come and see what the Gardens of Compassion look like at this point and enjoy a fun night out with a concert as well. one other date want to pass along, probably a little bit early in the process, but we want you to hold the date at least for August 29th. It's a Tuesday night. It's an open house at Community Missions. So we've had some great new developments at Community Missions at our main site, which is 1570 Buffalo Avenue, and we want to show it off. We have a new parking lot, we're getting a new sign out front, and we have a new entryway. We have some new staff as well that we'd like for people to meet, and a new program even, our SNUG gun violence reduction program that we talked about several months ago. So we hope that you'll be able to join us. It's from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Tuesday, August 29th. Just want you to stop by and see what's going on lately, what things look like now at Community Missions, as things do look a little different than it has in years past at our main site there. So that's enough of just me talking. Now I want to welcome in our two guests, our wonderful guests that have joined me here today. We have Carla Mackenna to my far left, and to the near is Sandie Crocker. So Sandie is our training coordinator and also a board certified art therapist, which we'll talk about in a bit. And Carla is our intake coordinator at our Niagara Visions PROS program. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about Niagara Visions PROS, which we have done before here, but it's been a few years. Trying to welcome everybody back since COVID. Everything's changed since COVID, and we'll talk about that a little bit as to what Niagara Visions PROS looks like to be a bit different. But in general, let's talk a little bit about what Niagara Visions PROS is and how do people get connected, Carla?
Hi, well, thanks for having us, Christian. So Niagara Visions PROS is an outpatient mental health clinic. We're located on 418 3rd Street in Niagara Falls. We basically offer personalized recovery-oriented services, hence the acronym PROS. And what that means is for folks come to us to work on their life role goals. They do suffer from mental illness, so what we try to do there is to help them with adapting and learning coping skills, social skills, things like that, so that they can reach their goals. The goals are usually in 4 categories, so there's living, learning, social, and vocational. So the people, we work really hard with having them come up with what is getting in the way. Well, we work on their barriers, what gets in the way of them reaching their goals, and how we can break that down and to help them so they can succeed. We're going to talk a little bit more about the schedule, but we are licensed by the Office of Mental Health and a Medicaid reimbursable program. That some of the criteria, they have to be 18 years or older, have a mental health diagnosis as a primary, and have a functional disability due to the severity and duration of that mental illness. And with my role, also being the intake coordinator, I do help with the referral process. People can refer themselves. We get referrals from case managers, from inpatient hospitals. So we help with the whole process. What they do in the beginning is they come and kind of do a pre-admission. So it's kind of like a trial period to see if our program's a good fit for people, and vice versa, if we can help that person. If they do feel that it's a good fit and it's working out, we do an official admission to the program. And that's just then from there they do more assessments to kind of, again, really narrow down what the needs are and how we can help them meet those, and work on their what we call individual recovery plan, their IRP, and it's basically a treatment plan of how we're going to go about that as far as reaching their goals. What else do we do? Both Sandie and I and all the staff there are PROS trainers. So we run groups, we have a caseload, and then we each have little different roles, and Sandie will talk about that too. And what else was I supposed to, we were like divided them up a little.
Sure.
So we do have a clinic there with a psychiatrist, and we also have a nurse who comes once a week. So that is an option for folks if they need medication management and things like that. We can do it all under one roof. However, they don't have to come to our clinic. So if they're already linked with another clinician or doctors, that doesn't that's fine too. So we have kind of a combination there. We provide employment services also, where we support people who are working out in the community. We have PROS trainers who go and assist them, making sure they're managing their symptoms enough to keep, hold their job and do some problem-solving skills and things like that. And then we do have some substance treatment groups. So people are trying to refrain from substances, so we have support for that also. We run some groups in that area. And I'm going to put it over to Sandie to talk a little bit more about the calendar, what other services that we do.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. Our hours, the first group starts at 9:15 and our last group ends at 9:30 or 2:30. So we have basically several different groups running at different times. There's 5 time slots that we have different groups running. We have coping groups, life skill groups, smoking reduction. We even have meditation, a lot of mindfulness skill groups that work with thought regulation, those kinds of things, CBT, cognitive-based therapy. We work with all of them with a person-centered approach. So some of the things on the calendar that we have, this calendar is from July, August, and September. We run in quarters, and then the groups change. And some of the things we have on here, for example, is negative self-talk. All groups run for 45 minutes, from 30 to 45 minutes. Okay. And we have coping skills, the gardening, of course, that's every Monday. And we have groups like Don't Believe All You Think, which teaches our people how to think, how to figure out if something is good for them or not, or if their thoughts are, what do I want to say? If their thoughts are on, if their thoughts are right on, is this real? Is this what I should be thinking? Mm-hmm. We have a group on diabetes. We have a journaling group, anger management. The art is every Tuesday morning for a 2-group period. And another groups will be going on. We have intense relapse prevention, which is great because people can then work on different things they need to so they don't relapse with their mental health and their symptoms. We have a men's group, which is great, and we have a women's group. We call it Queenology. I do the women's group, so I have a ball with that. We have so much fun. And just many of our women have been raped or damaged in some way. They have PTSD. And so we just try to work on building self-esteem in that group so that they can take back their power and feel safe. And we have groups in higher thinking, no worries. I'm looking at some building self-esteem, empowerment. And then we have a spirituality group, and we actually have a couple of those. Carla does one, Carla Lavorchek does daily reflection on Wednesday. Then I have a spirituality group on Thursday. Let's debate. How does one debate with somebody, and how do I do that? You have to know your facts. You have to be right on with that. So we teach people how to communicate in a more successful way. We teach people how to be able to socialize so they don't feel awkward, and give them tips on how do I introduce myself? How on earth do I keep a conversation going? Sometimes that's hard even for me.
Sure.
But we can learn different areas and different skills and ways to work on those social skills and not feeling so awkward. Many of our people have social anxiety. So we try and the more skills they have, the less anxiety they will have. Mm-hmm. So that works. And then we also